You would never smoke out here, really?
You gotta be out on Monday anyway.
She just totally, did you see how she just lied? Do you know, you remember the times that I've come on here and I've been like, my parents are outside smoking right now, both of them. Like, she's a complete liar. So... No, I didn't enjoy it. Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's going to make me want to fucking kill people, so just stop. Because you're obviously not the kind of person... I mean, like, who on the internet is, like, going to be, like, a person worth talking to about this shit? It's, like, just a bunch of fucking trolls on here who want to get some sick pleasure, so... It's like, I should have just not gotten on here today because, like, I was fine until it's, like... You know, and it's like some person has to do some immature joke, like, say nigger, and then somebody has to be, like... just making fun of me about how I didn't catch it, and it's like, you know, it takes me all the way back to my engineer ex-boyfriend who used to tell people behind my back that I was stupid because I didn't know that XLR 8R. It's one-on-one with somebody, it's like, at least you're not bombarded by, like, 46, 47 trolls. Like, I can just assume that everybody in here is a troll right now, so it's like... And then you get people who are like, you were raped multiple times? Did you enjoy it? Oh, like, it's not the kind of thing that you say to somebody, so... But, I mean, from your name, I don't really know who that person whose name you're referencing with your username, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not worldly enough to know, like, who that was. I've heard his name mentioned. Like, I think the person who used to send me really nasty, very, very long troll emails that I just didn't bother reading told me about that guy or something. So I have to assume that you're, like, a troll who's here to try to make me feel bad. Yeah, it's my mom. Because it's the only way to be safe. Because it's the only... Why don't you go fucking take your pills now? Go take your meds. And so you can stop lying.
I'll have that apartment security come up here right in a minute here.
My phone's... I have to charge my phone. I assume everyone is a troll. I mean, it's the only way for me to, like... I mean, look, you know, I'm not worldly enough to get people's jokes. I'm not worldly enough to catch all the jokes that people make and, like, to know what... You know, when people, like, bring up people's... Or, like, when people come in here and they bring their followers and then I suddenly have like 200 more followers than I had before. There's no way for me to know if, like, what's really going on because I'm not worldly enough to understand this stuff. So the only way for me to, you know, like, I'm the kind of person, I have to just sort of assume that everything is a big joke that's gonna blow up in my face, like it's a trap. So that when that happens, and there's a very high likelihood of stuff like that happening, so that when it happens, I don't have to be, like, as embarrassed, so that I can be a lot less embarrassed because I've been very cautious about it. Like, I don't know what's, like, you know, I step out into the world, it's like, I don't know what's going on. And I've been this way ever since I was a little kid, you know, I go to school, you know, it's like 4th grade, I go to school, it's like, I don't have a clue what these kids are, you know, I don't understand their slang. It's like, I don't understand these fucking brands that they're wearing. They're talking about video games and shit, and I have no idea. It's like, I don't understand how anybody could watch enough TV or consume enough media or listen to enough radio or spend enough time with friends or spend enough time in stores to have all this info. And it's like, I've always been the one who's like missing the info, like, you know, somebody who doesn't get out much, that sort of thing. But, like, even when I was like, just like, even when I had like 200 like real life acquaintances in New York City, it wasn't enough to like not be considered stupid by my really cool popular engineer boyfriend. I mean, so I have to just be. And when going into Bumble, like I already know, like if somebody could, because I've accidentally liked someone on there. So like if somebody pops up like as a match, going into it when I talk to that guy, I have to go into it assuming that, all right, so don't get your hopes up too much. Like this guy might have probably just accidentally liked you. So it's like, you know what I mean? I just have to approach my entire life that way when it comes to anything in the physical world. And when it comes to spirituality, that's where I can just rush right in and I'm not going to get hurt by anything because I belong there. Like, I understand it. I have a native understanding of it. Like, I'm family. Like, with everything in the spirit world, they're not going to play any mean jokes on me. Because I'm not going to, even if they play a joke, if it's not a joke to me, it's like, I don't care. They could do anything to me they want. It's not a mean joke to me. Like, if it's a joke, I'm gonna laugh at it. Even if it's like, I don't know, like at my expense or something, like truly makes me laugh. Like the whole thing with Hitler's ghost. Like, that would probably horrify most people. But, I mean, to me it was the funniest thing ever. And then, like, you know, when people, and also it's like, you know, people come in here and they're like, I just PayPal'd you $250, it's like $250. It was like, but it never shows up. I mean, you can't trust anything, and especially somebody like me. Yeah, and the water splashed up on my feet, too. Well, I mean, yeah, I go on tangents. It's just, like, I have a third house Saturn. I couldn't even talk until I was, like, 30-something years old. It's like, I have a lot of time to make up for. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, people don't listen to me. So it's like, plus it's like, wouldn't you rather, I just feel like if you don't like it, if you don't like the tangents, then you should just leave, or you just wait for me to block you, I guess. It's like, yeah, obviously. I mean, I don't think that anybody, including me, really needs you to point out that I go on tangents and then I have long-winded answers. It's just, like, I'm very aware of the fact that, like, I'm very different, and I'm so used to people not having a clue what I'm talking about, and so many people, like, misunderstanding what I say. I mean, I've worked at a call center, too, like, fixing people's internet. Like, I'm very, very familiar with, like, people being either, like, you know, incredibly stupid, or there's just something so unique about the way I communicate that they can't understand. So I got used to having to repeat myself many, many times, and still, even then, not being understood. Or, like, you know, you give somebody the short answer, they're not satisfied, and they just bug you so much to this point where, like, you just overwhelm them the first time around with that huge wall of explanation, so they're so exhausted by the time you finish talking, they have nothing to say in response. They're not gonna ask for anything else out of you. So, I mean, if you can't handle it that I'm, like, different and just, like, I don't care about, like, I'm an introvert. I don't care about people's social rules. Like, I don't care about the natural flow, like the natural give and take of a conversation. I also have an Aries midheaven, so, I mean, I'm totally selfish now. I don't care about you. I don't care about your comments. Like, I really don't give a shit about, you could die, like, right now, and it wouldn't bother me. Like, you're just some fucking words on a screen. I don't care. I don't care enough to, like, be sure that I keep up with everybody's comments. Like, I gave up on being cool and, like, being normal and popular a long time ago. So now I'm just, like, can you not just come here and, like, appreciate me for being, like, the resident weirdo or something? I don't see the need to, like, keep pointing it out. Yeah, and then you got the people who come in here and they've got to be like, are you autistic? No, it's just I've been surrounded by idiots who are not smart enough to understand what I'm saying. So, I mean, I'm talking about, you know, like, especially think about it at a call center. You've got people calling in, like, I'm only there to fix their internet connection. They don't even know how to turn their computer on. Of course your internet's not working if your computer isn't even on yet. That's stupid. That's not me having autism, because I don't. That's other people being fucking stupid. Okay? And it's like, you can't, like, it's not even, I don't know, I don't make your fucking computer. I just work at AT&T. I mean, not now, but I'm saying back then, this is what would go through my mind. Like, I don't know how to make, there's so many fucking computer manufacturers out there. I don't fucking know. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, and I've been trained to, specifically to not help you do stuff that is not AT&T specific. You know what I mean? And then just to be able to explain that to someone and get them to understand that we're the internet company, not the computer manufacturer. It's like, people don't even, you have to explain it like 10 different ways just for them, you have to get so creative, like, with analogies and shit, just to be able to get through these people, like, to make them understand. These are the people who make your computer. We are not those people. Like, you have to even explain to them what the internet is to begin with. And then some people call in, they don't even, they think they're trying to reach some kind of, like, you know, they want their lights turned back on. I'm like, we're not the fucking utility company, we're the fucking internet. And it's like, they don't even, it ends up, they don't even have AT&T internet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been surrounded by idiots, and then you try to talk about spirituality, and it's like, people are idiots. I'm an INFJ, my personality type is like 1% of the population. Probably less, because most people who think they're INFJs are mistyped. So, you know, it's like everybody knows somebody who's schizophrenic, too. So they hear the word spirituality, I'm like, oh my god, you have schizophrenia too, don't you? Just because, bink, they hear spirituality, and they're like, bink, light bulb, oh yeah, my friend, my schizophrenic friend, oh, he talks about spirituality a lot too, so you must have that too. No. I'm actually, like, a real mystic. I'm the real thing. Like, I can handle it. I thrive on it. I'm the successful, healthy version of it. So, it's like people come in here and it's almost like their life mission is to be as offensive as possible. And then people wonder, and then I block all these fucking morons, really offensive, insulting assholes, and then people are like, why are you blocking people who are here to support you? They're not supportive. Are you one of the stupid people too? I mean, like, when you know, you have to take those tests in high school and shit, I used to get, like, 99th percentile. I mean, like, I'm just really smart. I'm not fucking autistic. Like, I mean, like, I've been cleared by an entire mental hospital full of people that there's nothing wrong with me. Like, you know, like, there's nothing wrong with me, left with no diagnosis, no meds. And I mean, those people watched me for 3 days. So, and I've had countless, you know, I used to go to outpatient people too, just to deal with the fact that my parents are so fucking abusive, and they just be like, there's nothing wrong with you, you're just surrounded by fucking shitty people. So, I mean, you know, like, 99% of people on the internet are just some people who, you know, they can barely spell their own fucking name. So, I have to go make my food now. My phone's gonna die soon anyway. I wouldn't be on here if I didn't, like, occasionally get money out of it. It's not worth it. There's too much. I don't like having to fight off trolls. I mean, I like being angry sometimes. I think it's good to get angry, like, every once in a while. But, like, it's energizing to get angry, and you need that sometimes. But not, like, every single time I get on here, which is every day. I mean, it just tells me I shouldn't get on here every day. You know, like, save it for when I need to get angry. And then, you know, whenever I get on here and I'm like, I have something truly, I'm in some kind of, like, crisis in that moment, you know, and I have something to really be angry about. That's the only time I get, like, really good numbers anyway, so why waste my time, you know? Maybe I should be going out on dates with guys instead of being on here. 'Cause, I mean, at least then it's like, they're probably, I mean, think about it, like, if it's some local guy who lives like a mile away from me or 5 miles away, and it's like, I mean, he's not gonna get sex out of it, but I mean, you know, he's hanging out with some girl who's like decent looking, you know what I mean? Like, it's just he's getting attention from a girl. I mean, he's probably gonna be like a lot less likely to say some troll shit, either in person or over some kind of written message. Especially, like, I mean, if I'm on some dating app and guys we haven't even met each other yet, and they're just trying to get to the point where we can even meet, they're probably gonna be, you know, they're gonna be a lot more likely to be polite anyway, so maybe I should just fucking sort of quit this and just try to do that, because I mean, I'm not getting the money I need off of here anyway. There's too much abuse coming in with it. The only thing, you know, is like, when I'm on here, I'm safe from, because none of you people are getting close to me. You're not in the same room with me physically, so like, I don't have to worry about, like, you know, getting raped or somebody trying to being around people that you've met on a dating app or really anywhere, as long as it's a guy. I was probably covering up the microphone that whole time. So, I have to make my food now, but, I mean, tonight just really made me realize how much this thing, like, I don't know, it just kind of ruined my night tonight, so, I think I really am gonna, like, try to take a break from this Periscope thing. For a while, I mean, unless I really need to use it for something. I mean, what's my incentive when it's like, you know, I was feeling pretty good when I got on here, just because whenever I put myself on some new social media thing, it gives me sort of a feeling of hope. Like, even though, yeah, like, given my track record, like, and being an introvert, I know that things are, and I mean, look at me, like, I'm a celibate mystic, okay, and I'm married to Satan, so chances are things are never going to go over too well, but it's like a way that I sort of get tricked in the beginning. Like, I sort of trick myself in the beginning into having, like, hope and optimism. I just feel a little better. I feel like, oh, I've opened up a new channel to the outside world. Maybe I'll find someone this time who can, like, help me, save me from my family in some way, whether it's, like, some guy who takes care of me, or somebody who sends me enough money, or can get me in touch with some sort of charity who can give me a place to live or something like that. So that's how I was feeling a little more optimistic and had a little more hope today before I got on here. Once I get on here, it's like, I think I've pretty much, like, exhausted I've exhausted, like, my hope that I had for Periscope, I guess. So now it's like time to move on to something else. But I mean, I had to go through a lot of shit on here just to get to where I am. I mean, like, I have a lot of, like, I don't know, somebody like me isn't supposed to have, like 2,000 followers. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, that part is really out of the ordinary. So I feel like I should, like, get on every once in a while just to sort of hang on to that, just because it's the first time in my life I've ever had anything like that. So, but you know what I was thinking about with that? It's like, I think I'm in a 3-year now. Next year is going to be a 4-year. So the number 3 is about like getting invited to parties and being really popular and social. But then when your 4-year starts, it's like all that stuff kind of disappears, and like you're just sort of plunged into a lot of really hard work and routine. So it's like, I mean, I can't really depend on, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if like next year when my 4-year starts, Periscope just totally goes under and like disappears, stops existing. Right, of course that would happen to me, because like the first time in my life I actually like have a significant number of people who are aware that I even exist, of course, then the entire platform will just go under, because that's the kind of luck I have in my life. Like I can't start something and actually sustain it. It always ends up getting taken away from me, like just like going down in flames. So like how, like I got to New York City and then 9/11 happened. Like that's a perfect example of something literally like just fucking going down in flames. It's like party's over, and with this huge dramatic thing. Yeah, I mean the 2,200 or however many people following me, there's no way for me to know if they're actually even real people. I mean, it could just be like a bunch of bots or something, or it could be just a big joke. I mean, like, imagine if you were, that's why whenever some good looking guy comes up to me, I'm just kind of like, is this some kind of cruel joke? You know what I mean? But, no, I don't have a place. But it's like when I say things that are really realistic like that, it's like I can feel how it hurts. I'm hurting myself when I say stuff like that. When I say stuff like, when a good-looking guy comes up to me, I have to assume it's some kind of cruel joke. Or like when I have 2,000 followers, I have to assume that, like most of them are bots, or that they're just like it's some kind of sadistic joke where it's like, all these people get together and follow me, and it's like, and it's like. The trick or the joke is to get me to think that I'm actually having any sort of success, or that anybody actually likes me, or that you know what I mean? And it's sort of like the running joke behind it all that everybody but me sees is